and we're about to take flight.
Let's set sail.
It's tasty.
This is really good.
This hot dog is a wiener in my book.
Is it dill? Is there dill?
It's unpredictable.
Okay, ready?
There is a hot spot in the park.
It's unforgettable.
This is a good idea.
LA Unscripted. Weeknights at 7, only on KTLA, LA's very own.
Now at 10, the polls have closed and millions of Americans have cast their ballots on this Super Tuesday showdown, the most consequential primary day of the 2024 election. Now on this special edition of the News at 10. Good evening once again. I'm Micah Ullman.
And I'm Cher Calvin. President Biden and former President Donald Trump both locked in key wins as millions of voters in 16 states plus the U.S. territory of American Samoa cast their ballots today.
But neither got enough delegates to clinch the nomination for their respective parties tonight. And Nikki Haley claimed her second victory, winning the state of Vermont. Trump took to the stage at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Palm Beach, Florida, to thank his supporters for his landslide victory and vowed to unify what he calls a divided country. Meantime, President Biden releasing a statement warning that, quote, a second Trump term would mean a return to chaos, division, and darkness. Nikki Haley says she is honored to have received the support of millions of Americans, making her the first Republican woman to win 2 presidential primary contests.
And here in California, all eyes are on the race to fill the U.S. Senate seat vacated by Dianne Feinstein. We have live team coverage with Shelby Nelson live in Palm Desert with the Steve Garvey campaign. Chip Yost is live in Long Beach with Katie Porter, and John Fenoglio is live in Hollywood at Adam Schiff headquarters. And we have complete coverage, including analysis from our panel of experts here at the desk.
But first, some results coming in at this hour as we look to the presidential primary here in the state of California. No surprise on the Republican side, Donald Trump was 75% of the vote to Nikki Haley's 21%. Looking at the Democratic presidential primary across California, Joe Biden with 90% of the vote, Marianne Williamson with 3% of the vote. Again, no surprise as these were anticipated coming into Super Tuesday.
And now let's take a look at the California U.S. Senate, where we have Adam Schiff as the leader here with 34% of the vote, and Steve Garvey. He will face off with Adam Schiff in November. 40% of the vote, 40% of precincts reporting right now.
That was for the unexpired term to fill out the rest of the late Dianne Feinstein's term. This for the full term that would take effect at the beginning of 2025. Essentially the same 4 contenders. This is for the full term. And as we've been reporting, the AP projecting Adam Schiff and Steve Garvey will be the top 2 in this primary race and will head to November mano a mano. Democrat Adam Schiff again going up against Republican Steve Garvey in the November election.
KTLA's John Fenoglio joins us live from Schiff's watch party in Hollywood, where things turned a bit chaotic. John.
Sure, Micah, that's right. It did get very disruptive here as Adam Schiff took the stage to thank his supporters, to thank the Democratic establishment that has supported him through this entire race. A group of about a dozen or so anti-war protesters began shouting, "Ceasefire now, ceasefire now." They were, of course, referring to Israel's war in Gaza. Now, as Schiff began to speak tonight, he thanked his supporters. Political observers have said that this was Schiff's race to win. Of course, we now know that the top 2 vote getters in this election will head to a runoff in November. But first, before we get to that disruption, here's what Schiff had to say to his supporters just moments ago.
But it looks like we're going to the general, ladies and gentlemen. You helped us build the biggest grassroots campaign for Senate in California history, and I cannot thank you enough. I want to thank, in particular, I want to thank my family.
All right, and you could just start to hear the disruption building there as Schiff was speaking. At the very end of that soundbite, you could hear the shouting in the background. Well,